Hey guys, it is present day Caitlin, weeks after filming this, but I never had an intro to this video. I want to go into broadcast journalism as a career, probably in the sports world, so I've been working as a sideline reporter this semester at BU, so I've been working for BU Athletics and also Harvard. You'll see all of that in this video, covering a wide variety of sports. We have soccer, football, and hockey. So very exciting stuff. So I hope you enjoy this video, seeing a little bit behind the scenes of what goes into this, and also just kind of like a week or two in my life as a sports reporter. Without further ado, let's go back, and I am getting ready for, I think it's a soccer game. I have to get there an hour and a half before the game starts. The game starts at 3 and I'm getting there early. I've actually never worked a game at Aganis before, so this will be interesting. I'm not entirely sure where to go, so I'm a little nervous about that. This is a whole new environment for me and new people, so yeah, we'll see. I'm a little nervous, but yeah, let's do this.
Watchorn in the break, what you have to say?
Yeah, so she mentioned how, they've been doing a lot of substitutions in the first half, getting some freshmen out there. She's liking what she's been seeing from the freshmen so far. They've been getting their feet wet a bit. She's been seeing some creativity. So she's pleased with how these new members of the team are doing.
Any outlook for future periods? Did she have any ideas about things that you might switch up here going forward?
Yeah, so I actually, when I talked to the captain, Tamara, she actually said that they were a little bit nervous in the first half and that could have contributed to the goal. So she said that, they're getting those nerves off and that in this next half, the defensive line is going to work together and hopefully get some opportunities for some goals.
Back here inside of Aganis Arena, getting set for the second period of action, checking in with Caitlin Beal one more time before we get the second 20 minutes underway. And you saw the production series moments ago about the renovations over at Walter Brown Arena. Because of that, Caitlin, the Terriers are here at Aganis this fall.
Yeah, and so when I spoke to head coach Tara Watchorn, she mentioned how, things are a little bit different here at Aganis, and, they're still getting adjusted to the new stadium, but she really said that she wants to make it feel like home this year, and that's what they're definitely gonna have to eventually do throughout the season. I mean, today is early on, it's the first game, but hopefully throughout they'll get more comfortable, make it feel like home.
Second season for Coach Watchorn, the comfort level continues to increase, and she's hoping the same thing happens here at Aganis Arena. We'll step aside one more time before the start of the second period. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you before the third. We'll be back after this. Great to see you again. Have you broken a sweat yet running up and down all those stairs?
Yeah, it is a bit of a trek, but I'm hanging in there.
Excellent. Good to hear. And you had a chance to catch up with assistant coach Megan Myers here during the second intermission. What did coach have to say? You wanted to talk about Welke first. I'm so sorry. I'm throwing you a curveball here. Louisa Welke had a goal in that second period. What did she have to say about that?
Yes, so I spoke to her about the goal, obviously, that was set up by her sister. She said that, she saw an opportunity. She skated low, sent it right to the middle, set up a very nice goal for them. So she was really happy with that. And then going into this next period, she talked about some offensive momentum. They want to keep doing what they're doing. She thinks they've been skating pretty well so far, so they want to keep doing that and hopefully get some more opportunities.
And I guess it was a big market tease in that Megan Myers did talk to you, and we're going to talk about that after this break. So we'll step aside from Aganis Arena, be joined by Caitlin on the other side. Do not go anywhere. Caitlin, now you had a chance to catch up with assistant coach Megan Myers. What did coach have to say?
Yeah, so she emphasized power plays. She said they actually haven't been working on power plays much in practice. So it's definitely something that they're going to have to get the feel for, as, you know, this next period is starting on a BU power play. So they're definitely going to want to take advantage of that and hopefully get a goal in the back of the net. And another aspect she mentioned was the physicality of the game. She said this is perfect for BU. They're a physical team. They're thriving in this environment. And so they're one thing they have been working on in the last few weeks actually has been physical contact and getting, you know, on the other players. So hopefully they'll continue that in this next period.
Okay, we're done. That was so hectic. I also made a poor choice of footwear. My feet hurt so bad, but I don't know if I have time to do a full rundown right now because I have to run to gymnastics because we have practice in New Hampshire right now and I have to drive an hour there. I am finally back from gymnastics. It's past 11 p.m. at this point. I figured it was finally time to give kind of a rundown of what happened today at the women's hockey game because it was pretty chaotic. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but they're playing at Aganis instead of Walter Brown. So Aganis is a whole different ball game and there's a lot of moving parts and it's just the first game like since March pretty much. Like everything wasn't fully prepped, so they didn't have like the full capabilities for a normal game because it just wasn't set up yet. So for me, doing rinkside kind of wasn't happening. It's just very stressful and overwhelming when I get there, you know, because I'm like signed up to do it, expecting to do it, and then I get there and they tell me, what are you talking about? We're not doing rinkside today. But thankfully, you know, people were able to figure some things out and move things around. So I'm really glad I was able to do something. But basically what I did is I went down in between all the periods and I talked to a player and a coach and I asked them a few questions each, recorded it, and then I ran back up to the broadcast booth. So I was like genuinely running because during each break, you know, you probably have 5-6 minutes of commercials and then you're back live before the team comes out and you're talking. So that's how much time I had to like grab them interview, run back up, go to the broadcast booth, write out some notes and figure out what I was gonna say. So it was definitely a good experience of like just kind of having to improv because I was, instead of me just like interviewing them and then their questions and then that's it, it's like me giving a recap. It was definitely a good experience and I got some good quotes and everyone was super nice to interview and talk to, which I was a little nervous about, but it all went well. Then during the third period, I wasn't doing any rinkside hits at the end of the game or anything, so I spent that whole third period going through all of my recordings and like physically writing down the quotes and posting them on Twitter and different places. That being said, I still have to go to Harvard tomorrow. I have to be there around 10:30 and I have a feeling it's gonna take a little bit for me to get there because I have to like get on buses and switch and stuff like that, unless I Uber, which just doesn't really make sense. Harvard is supposed to rain tomorrow. It's gonna be low 60s and raining, so that could be really miserable because I'm actually on the sideline the whole game. I'm not in the press box. I'm just really exhausted. Today was a lot more draining than I thought it would be. Going to New Hampshire and driving and having 12 people's lives in my hand, which it was like completely fine. I'm just gonna chill tonight, probably go to bed early because I have to wake up early to make sure I have enough time to get there. And I will check in with you guys tomorrow morning.
They weren't lying when they said it was gonna rain today. Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to go get my Dunkin'.
I just decided I'm gonna Uber there because it's raining and it'll be quicker and I'm already like pushing it time-wise, so.
Inside. It is so cold and rainy and I just walked up so many steps.
I can feel it outside, that's cool.
I'm dead inside. I need a hot shower so bad. So that is the first step, but I'm also starving. We need to eat and have a hot shower. Also, my mom's here, so I need to go grab some stuff from her. And then we're commencing with just rotting in bed all day because I am but freezing, like chilled to the core. It has been a few days since Harvard. I don't think I updated anything because that was rough. I completely forgot that like the shows that I do for BUTV, those kind of fall under the category of this video. So I completely forgot about the fact that like I did that this morning and didn't film it at all, but that's besides the point. Harvard football, oh my goodness. It was pouring rain the whole time. It was like 4 hours of rain that I was just standing out there for. So I barely filmed anything because I was so overwhelmed. I'd never done it before, so I already, was stressed out about that. Just add everything on top of it. It being the first game, not everything being set up, not having the right resources, and then the rain on top of everything. I'm really glad I did it. It was such a good opportunity. It just, the factors were stacked against me. It was hard to hear the broadcast in my ears. It was hard to see things in front of me. It was hard to interview people. The mic wasn't set up for me doing Sideline, so I had to do voice memos on my phone and then email it to them up in the press box. And then they aired it like that. So the audio quality wasn't great. I wasn't able to do any interviews that were actually recorded. I was only able to ask the head coach one question, tried to scribble down his answer on my sopping wet notepad, and then just kind of talked about it. But again, it was for radio. So it was 92.9 was the radio station it was on, which has a pretty big reach. It's based in New York City. But yeah, it meant there wasn't anything on camera, which was kind of nice because I was like looking like a wet dog. To be fair, the Harvard press box, very nice. I was up there for a little bit. Towards the end of the game, I went back up because I was cold and I was there at the beginning of the game. It's honestly, it's such a different production. Like it's a whole nother level of anything I've done so far. Both the visiting and home coaches have a room above to watch and like are talking back and forth. So that is just very different. Some of the Harvard players, like their only job on the sideline, they had these big black tarps on sticks and two people were holding it. And if the head coach was doing signals for a play or something on the field, these people would be holding up the tarp so that we up in the press box, even higher up, couldn't see the signals. And so therefore the opposing team couldn't see what play they were going to do. Things you don't even think about until you're actually there. Harvard did win 35-0, which was a huge blowout, but kind of what we expected. So now we're into the next week. Like I mentioned, I had my new show this morning. It's called The Wire. It's a BUTV 10 show. I'm covering local for it. Roll that clip.
Actor Ryan Reynolds surprised an 8-year-old cancer patient at Mass General for Children Hospital on Friday. Per Boston.com, the child's mother, Angie Poirier, sent Reynolds a photo of Nash in a radiation mask decorated like Deadpool and arranged the meeting. They took photos together, called Hugh Jackman, and Reynolds gave a big shout out to the hospital staff after his visit. And a coastal storm on Cape Cod dropped nearly a foot of rain in some areas this weekend. Per the Boston Globe, Chatham saw the most rain at 11.69 inches, while rainfall across the greater Boston area was between 1 and 1.5 inches. Flooding was reported on local roadways and in parking lots.
We're all caught up, we're in the present. Tomorrow is men's soccer. Usually I do an interview with the coach before, but I haven't heard anything about that. I'll need to reach out to my broadcast partners and see if they were able to get in contact with him. Another fun little tidbit is this is actually a battle of comrades, so it's BU-BC. So big rivalry, don't know if people are gonna come from BC to watch it, probably not, but should be an interesting game.
With Pierce Sabin serving as the honorary team captain for BU in this Comm Ave rival matchup versus BC. Pierce was signed by the team back in 2021 and is seen supporting the team at the majority of their home games. BC is coming in with a bit of an advantage today, having not lost in the last 10 of their matchups. But BU does have a stacked team with 9 individual goal scorers. It'll be one to watch. Sharasa did, and when I spoke to Coach Nyland at the half, he said he's doing well. The only, area he could improve on is slowing down a little bit and releasing the ball. It's been a very intense game so far. They've been running around a lot, and Coach Nyland said, this comes with the demands of the game, and they've been doing a good job keeping up in this first 45, and they're gonna have to do it in the next 45 as well.
Okay, it's been a while, but I just finished editing this video and realized I never filmed an outro, and we can't just leave it on the last clip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy it because I already have another one of these filmed that I'm working on editing, another week in my life doing Sideline. So look out for that if you enjoyed this little behind the scenes. And unfortunately, I think this next one is going to be the last one for the semester and for the rest of the year because I'm actually not going to be in Boston next semester. But that's a story for another video, and that will be explained soon. You have any specific questions about things? Because I realized I didn't fully go into detail for some of the sports or more logistics for them. Let me know because I will be happy to answer them. And also, in this next video, there is going to be some just normal hockey games where I'm doing the interviews and the normal sideline hits, not like the ones in this video. So if you want to see a normal hockey game, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Bye.